What is up, everyone? Welcome to Friday, Talking Timepieces with Tony. I'm Tony. That's Paco. For those of you who know Paco, Uku is somewhere around here, sleeping on the bed, actually. Um, anyway, today's Friday, so happy Friday, everyone. I hope you had a great week. And today I am wearing my Rolex GMT Master 2, commonly referred to as the Batgirl or the Batman with a Jubilee bracelet. Don't wear this watch that much, but I'm wearing it today, so I enjoy wearing it. So if you don't know, we do the Q&A every Friday. And if you'd like to participate, super easy. All you got to do is ask your question in the comments section below. We've been doing this for a couple of years. It's a lot of fun. You guys enjoy it. I enjoy it. So there you go. On another note, I'm pretty transparent, pretty chill. My channel's like totally kind of just stayed on it's not gone up or whatever. It's like, so, I want to do things that are going to keep you guys interested in my channel. And, I'm sure I'm going to get some trolley comments like, just shut your channel down or whatever it may be. I don't care. But the thing is that I want to keep doing this. And the comments, the likes, the subscribes all help me stay motivated when I'm like sort of floating along like I am now. I'm not as motivated. Don't have that many questions this week either. But, if there's something you guys want me to see or want me to talk about or whatever it may be, watch related, of course, then just ask. I've just a lot of times when people go, oh, all you talk about is Rolex. I'm like, no, but when I do videos on other watch brands, they don't get the views either. So whatever, and I look at some of these other YouTube channels that have, well, a lot of them buy their subscribers, but everything with me is authentic. And it's organic. It's just there's no smoke and mirrors and whatever, so I'm not here to bitch or rant or anything like that, but I do want to know. I want feedback from you guys as to what you guys would like to see from my channel. Also, I'd like to know what you're wearing tonight on the wrist. But keep in mind, if you want to participate in the Q&A, all you got to do is ask your question in the comments section below, and it'll be featured on upcoming Q&A. So I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. So let's start with the Q&A. Should I roll the intro? Let's roll the intro. Why not? I haven't done that in a while.
Talking timepieces with Tony. Talking timepieces with Tony.
All right. I know some people missed the intro. Whatever. So this first question comes from Sean Miller. Sean Miller, what's up, Sean? How are you doing, buddy? Mr. Tony, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. What are your favorite restaurants when you hang out in Nashville/Franklin, Tennessee? Also, what are your thoughts on the Air King as a first ask from a Rolex AD? Thanks. I am still mad that I passed on a green dial Milgauss that was in the case at a Bay Area Rolex AD a couple of years ago, and I think I'll be mad if I miss out on the Air King if they discontinue it next year. Well, hey man, first and foremost, when I'm in Nashville, it's not like I hang out there all the time. It's not like I travel back and forth. I was there in 2023 recording a new single called Don't Blame Yourself with Lincoln Parrish from the band KG Elephant. And he was in that band a long time ago, but he was one of the founding members, and he's a producer now. He's a big time producer, and he's a freaking great friend of mine, and I love that dude. And if you haven't heard the song, check it out on whatever format. I'll put up a picture of the single. But your question, as far as restaurants, and you're talking about Fink's Jewelers in Franklin. Fink's is awesome. There's a Shake Shack connected right next to it, and that's what I remember from Franklin. A bunch of other restaurants that we went to, I couldn't name them. I just don't know. But as far as Air King, yeah, if that's what you're into, man, I like the Air King for the most part. I do like the Rolex in green stamp, but the dial's a bit busy for me. But as a first ask, why not? It's not like you're going in there asking for a Daytona or a Batgirl or whatever else. I think it's worth trying, and if you're in there, talk to Mikey B. He's cool. He's super cool. Or Jeanette, she's a manager, and just tell them you watch my channel. I don't think that's going to help you any different, but just let them know. So I wish you all the best, though. All right. Thanks for your question, man. Next question comes from Jay Wyland / Buckley Fitzy. Hey man, love your channel. What do you think about me robbing a bank so I can get that rose gold Zenith triple calendar? Well, geez, I think that's a phenomenal idea. You know what I mean? You can actually hang on to it until you get out of jail. I mean, no, that's how I get all my watches, you know. Or I'll stand outside the Glendale Galleria when people walk out of Bindi and go, "Give me a watch, or I'll club you with this club," and they just give me the watches, and that's how I've gotten so many watches. You know what I mean? Never had to pay for them, but yeah, I think that would be your best bet. You know, if that's where you want to go with it, why not? Because who doesn't need a triple calendar? As opposed to the Patek Philippe that I know you really, really, really love with the enamel dial painting of the bird, because that's not anywhere near as important as the Zenith triple calendar. But I'm just saying, you know. Thanks for your question. Next one comes from Andrew Prez 777. Hi Tony, just picked up my brand new Submariner date from the 1916 company in Newport. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. The 126610 LN. Unfortunately, I had to leave my watch back home because of the type of work I do. I'll be gone for a little over a month. Anyways, is it okay if I let my watch just sit? If my watch just sits unwound, does the movement need to be consistently moving or constantly moving? Sorry. Yeah, no, you're fine, man. You know, I mean, that's, you know, you don't, I mean, you can have them running all the time. You can buy a watch winder if you want, but the bottom line is, you know, this watch I haven't worn in a couple of weeks and it just sits, you know what I mean? And sometimes I go, then I'll wear it for a day and then it sits for another couple of weeks, you know what I mean? And then my other Rolex, the same thing. They all sit. I got a bunch. I have other Rolexes that I don't even have here that haven't been touched in months, if not years, you know? So you're fine, dude. Thanks for your question, and I appreciate it. Next one from Aaron Clark 919. Great content as usual. Thank you, man, appreciate it. What's your thoughts on the new Tudor Black Bay 54 blue dial? Think they'll have it in the 58 line? That's that blue, not aqua blue. What's it called? They've got something blue. I know. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's kind of basing it on that sort of Tiffany sort of blue thing that's, you know, they're whatever. I think it's cool. I don't know if I'd buy it. I had the 54 with a black dial, and I also had the 58 with a blue dial and a blue bezel, which I liked. The 58 I liked better than the 54. The 54 didn't fit me that well, and I know there's those aftermarket half links you can buy, but it was too loose or it was too tight, and it was really weird how it just didn't fit my wrist properly. But as far as the dial goes on that 54, I think it's nice. I'd love to see it in person, which I'm sure I will. But yeah, I thought it was a cool watch, you know. So and I think they're about $4,000, $4,300 or something like that, right? Not sure. Cheers. Drinking a Coors Light. Are you guys drinking? Anyway, if you are, let me know what you're drinking. Thanks for your question, man. Next one. Let's see. Let's put that one back here. Fat Boy Low 1980. What would you do? What would Tony do? Been trying to get a Batman for my AD. I've bought 2 Rolex watches so far. Not real hard to get watches. Been asking for stainless sport model. My sales guy is kind of, I don't know, seems like he doesn't really listen, but he also stopped responding to me. I don't go in often because it's a little tough for me working full time and all. Been waiting for this watch for almost 2 years, and I've spent close to $40,000 with this guy. Check in once a month or so via text or email, but he doesn't reply back. I'm on the verge of asking the AD for a new salesperson to deal with, but not sure if it's a good idea. I get it. It's tough. It's a tough watch, but at the same time, I feel it should have happened already, or at the very least been offered something else that's similar. What do you think I should do? Well, man, when you bought 2 Rolexes and you spent 40 grand, so I mean, or you bought other things, maybe jewelry, I don't know. And now he's not responding to you at all, and you haven't gone in, which I get it. It's tough when you're working full time. I don't know how far away your AD is, but I mean, if he's not responding to you at this point and like he's just completely ignoring you, yeah, I mean, go. I would go in though. I wouldn't text and call them. It's not going to do you any good. You make time, go in, see if you can talk to this guy. If not, freaking you got nothing to lose by talking to the manager and saying, hey, I've been in, I'm trying to get this, but this guy's not responding to me. If it's been that long, I mean, those watches are tough to get, and I don't know what area you live in, because if you're in a big metropolitan area that's got, high volume, then there just might be just so many people ahead of you for that, or there, whatever it is, and how many sales reps there are, and there's maybe not enough of those watches getting distributed in, or distributing, being distributed to, to their clients. But maybe he's just waiting for that Batman, but I know that, sometimes what happens is they'll go, well, we have a Bat Girl, or we have a Bat, or a Pepsi, or a Sprite, or a root beer, or whatever else, or a Submariner. I would definitely make the effort to go into the AD and kind of feel it out, man. Because if he's not responding to you, you're gonna have to take the time. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. Go in, figure it out. You know what I mean? Feel them out is what, like as to what you think might be going on. Talk to the manager if you have to, But thanks for your question. That's a valid question. Steven or Steve M863. Great to hear about your engagement. Now you'll be buying his and hers. We both have Nomos that are his and hers, right? Engagement watches. Vids of unboxing with both of you, please. Oh, so you want me and her to do an unboxing, or her and I to do an unboxing? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Thinking of that new wedding day watches. His and hers Cartier, maybe simple tanks. Let me rephrase that. His and hers Cartiers, maybe simple tanks. Probably not tanks, man. I already got it kind of figured out as to what we would do if we were to do that. And she would get the Zenith rose gold triple calendar. And I would get the Zenith triple calendar with the lapis lazuli dial. And we both have tried those on, and we both love those watches. So it would be Zenith for sure. Not Cartier, as much as I love Cartier, but it would be Zenith, right? So thanks for your question, man. I appreciate it. This comes from @thedude3310. What up, dude? How you doing, man? Great video as usual. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I was wondering about how you said the 36 Wimbledon on Jubilee bracelet with the fluted bezel is too flashy for you, but you also have the Batgirl with the Jubilee. Do you find that the Batgirl is also flashy, or is it the combination of the Jubilee bracelet together with the fluted bezel that makes your Wimbledon flashy? Would you wear your Wimbledon more if it had an oyster bracelet with the fluted bezel? And then on top of that, one of my viewers responded, Ristopia4101, which, thanks, dude. Oyster bracelet and fluted bezel would be plain wrong, and I imagine it's not possible anyway. Well, you're kind of wrong about that. They do have the fluted bezel with the oyster bracelet, but that's not the question. So with the 36 with a Jubilee and the white gold fluted bezel, I think is a beautiful watch, and I love it. It is flashy, yes. And if I had the 41, that's even more flashy. No, I would never put an oyster bracelet on it in that configuration. As Ristopia says here, to me, it is wrong. It needs to be Jubilee fluted. That's a done deal. But I've also, like, even with the slightest amount of flash on a watch, I've toned back so much. It's just maybe my taste, and I'm just more under the radar with just about everything. So hang on. And with the Batgirl, I mean, the Jubilee bracelet is flashy. The Batgirl is there's a lot of presence there too. You know what I mean? So it's flashy. So I don't wear it that much. But it's I really just like the OP. Don't get me wrong, I love the Datejust. It's my favorite out of the Rolex line. GMT's second. I love my sub. But I find myself wearing my Submariner. And of course, I wear the Tiffany blue or the turquoise blue OP a lot as well. Um, so I don't know. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, it's, I think the Jubilee and the white gold fluted bezel is flashy. I think the Jubilee is flashy on this, but I like it, but there's a lot of wrist presence on this. It's, when you look at it, I got a 6.5 inch wrist. So, but I hope that kind of answers your question, man. Thank you. Last question, Dr. Michael. Sorry, there's more to it that just cuts off. Hey, Tony, great channel. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Here's my question to you. In your last video, you said you had a Rolex Daytona when talking about hyped watches. Sounds like you sold it or gave it to someone. When did you get rid of the Rolex Daytona, and what were the reasons for your move? No, I didn't say that, man. When I was talking about people, like when I've talked about watches, I was gathering my brain information as to all the watches I've either had or have, because I had a lot of watches. When the Daytona came up, that popped into my head as after I said had, but it's not that way. I still have it. But the thing is that no, it's I know people really look in, like, to find the little fine things that people say and go, aha, you did this. No, the bottom line is that the Daytona, from the day I got it, not the day, because the day I got it, I was so stoked. I mean, I loved it, man. And it was probably the next day when I finally realized that I couldn't read the dial. When I got it at the AD, I was wearing my reading glasses, put it on, beautiful, absolutely amazing. I got home, did a video, put my reading glasses on, great. Next day, I wear it all day and realize that with my vision glasses, I can't see what time it is. And if I'm driving and I want to see what time it is, I don't want to wear a watch that I can't tell the time. If the dial's not legible, then it doesn't do me any good. I'm glad I got allocated it. I love the watch. If I get LASIK surgery for my eyes, but you can't just get LASIK whenever you want. There's more to it than that. Then, then I can wear it again. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just, that's all there is, really. It's just not the most legible watch. Simple as that. So that being said, you guys, I really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.